Let me tell you how I almost lost everything. Because I believed I was untouchable, I was smart, I was strategic, and I thought I knew better. But when confidence turns into delusion, the fall is very brutal. Here's the problem: no one warns you. Most people just sit back and watch you. Today, I'm not here to motivate you, I'm here to wake you up. Stay tuned. Hi, I'm Miss Wangui Muithathi, your personal finance and investment coach, and welcome back to my channel. I thought I was winning until life handed me a bill that I couldn't afford. But let's go back to where the arrogance started. I once made a very good investment, made a really clean 45% return in less than 6 months. Everyone clapped, and I started thinking, maybe I just have the eye. Maybe I'm built different. Woe unto me. I was just investing. I was building a version of me that didn't need correction. I stopped asking questions. I stopped researching. Because when you're winning, doubt feels like weakness. But you know what the market does to people like that? It waits. And when the time is right, it eats you whole. Let me tell you about the crash. The financial and emotional collapse. I went all out and I poured 70% of my liquid cash into a high risk fund. No risk management. Don't laugh. But that was some time back. So, no risk management, no backup plan. Because, as I said, I thought I knew better. You already know how this ends. Investment collapsed because I refused to withdraw early. I wouldn't let go of my ego. I avoided reality. I started lying to myself. I remember very well refreshing my dashboard. Every time I saw red, I told myself, it will bounce back. You're too smart to fail. You know that voice in your head? It lies. So don't listen to it. But I listened. All of a sudden, panic attacks. I started isolating myself, and all that came with the shame of having no one to blame other than yourself. It wasn't the money that broke me. It was realizing that at that point, my self-image was fake. Let me tell you about the psychology of overconfidence. Here are a few contextual breakdowns. I'm sure you've heard of the Dunning-Kruger effect. Why beginners often feel so superior. Survivorship bias, where we only hear from people who won. And confirmation bias, where we seek confidence that we are right, not the truth. And that's why we find ourselves online following winners who keep telling you, trust your gut. But you need to know that your gut is greedy. And most especially, your ego is deaf. That's not intuition. That is self-worship. According to Investopedia, overconfidence is one of the most common behavioral finance pitfalls, leading to poor portfolio diversification, frequent trading, and ignoring expert advice. And here is what no one tells you, that confidence without humility is just a long suicide note. So at some point, I had to come up with strategies to help me stay grounded. It was called no-fluff. Eventually, I rebuilt, but differently. Not bigger, just wiser. Some of the tactics I used are: 1, I created doubt systems. Before I act, I write down why I might be wrong. If I can't list at least 3 reasons, I'm not ready. 2, I ask for critique. Your real friends are the ones who tell you that you're sleeping. The others, they just clap until you crash. 3, to diversify relentlessly. And this is because no asset is above failure and no idea is bulletproof. 4, tracking my mistakes, journaling failures, and reading them every month like scripture. So, here's my advice to you. Stop romanticizing your instincts. They are not wisdom. They are just habits in a costume. Okay? They'll just take you down one way or another. You want to know the most dangerous thing about confidence? It makes you stop listening. This is, of course, because you think you're bigger than everyone or you're better than everyone. But as we all know, life has a way of humbling people. Being humble is a strategy. Okay? Whether you choose to humble yourself or the world chooses to humble you. Okay? If the world chooses to humble you, look at it as a strategy to reverse and take the right direction. Before that incident, I used to think humility was a weakness. Now I know that it's the only thing that will keep power from destroying you. What is confidence? Confidence is action. Humility is correction. Balancing the two is not a vibe. It's survival. On the other hand, a woman I know, brilliant, rich, beautiful, lost everything in just one deal. Not because it was risky, but because she thought she was above failure. She isn't. None of us are. So never be quick to judge, because nobody knows their day. Humility is not optional. It's your insurance policy in a chaotic world. So you need it. It's not a want. And if you think this doesn't apply to you, you're exactly who it's for. Overconfidence is invisible. Until it ruins you, then all of a sudden it's visible. Don't wait for the lesson to be expensive. Well, if you felt this, share it. If you've lived it, comment below. And if you're finally ready to grow, hit subscribe. Because around here, we don't play with delusion. I am Miss Wangui Muithathi, your personal finance and investment coach, and I'll see you in the next video.